Children, on 2nd of October this year, recently, we celebrated 150th birth anniversary of our father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi, at national and international level. And I was getting reminded by his very famous saying. He always used to say that it is health that is real wealth, not the pieces of gold and silver. And this is looking so meaningful in today's context, when the whole world is fighting with this deadly disease and the health which is becoming an issue worldwide. So children, you seen that in last week I started the new chapter, and that was chemical effect of electric current, and I given you idea of some very important terms related to the chapter in my introductory class, and so that my coming classes or my today class become convenient for you to understand. You can get the concept of the little complex theories of the chapter. And here I am going to start a very important topic of the chapter, that is your electrolysis. I will give you a very you can say conceptual idea related to the electrolysis, and I hope that you will gain knowledge and you will gain it deeply. So where do we carry electrolysis? What is the device in which the electrolysis is carried out? So here we need an apparatus, children, and that apparatus is your electrolytic cell. So what is electrolytic cell? Let me first tell you that only, and then I will tell you that how in the electrolytic cell the electrolysis process is carried out or performed. So what is electrolytic cell? An electrolytic cell is a kind of device in which we perform the experiment. What experiment? Experiment is to decompose the compounds into their elements. So what is basically electrolytic cell? That it is a kind of electrochemical cell, and it is often used to decompose chemical compounds in a process called electrolysis. So what is electrolysis? It is nothing but decomposition of the chemical compound into their parent element on the passage of electric current inside electrolytic cell, and electrolytic cell also is called as voltmeter. So you will not get confused if somewhere you find it voltmeter. Voltmeter is also another name of electrolytic cell only. And what is the meaning of electrolysis? Electrolysis has two you can say words, that is your electro means electric and lysis. So electric, you know that it is current, and what is lysis? Lysis means breaking down. Lysis means what? That it is a Greek word. Lysis is a Greek word which means to break up, to break down. So what is breaking up here? It is nothing but the compound which is breaking up here. How it is breaking? It is breaking on the passage of electric current. What is that compound? In what form we have taken the compound? We have taken the compound in the form of an electrolyte. What is the state of electrolyte? State of electrolyte is always liquid or generally paste form, solution form. So this is your electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell, I have tried to draw the figure of electrolytic cell also, and I will explain you through the diagram soon. But try to know that electrolysis is a technique that uses a direct electric current, children, because here not AC, alternate electric current, is not successful in carrying the experiment. We need a DC, means direct electric current is required to carry on the process of electrolysis. Electrolysis is performed in electrolytic cell. And what are the parts of electrolytic cell? Let me tell you first. An electrolytic cell has three component parts, means basically it is composing of three parts. और वो क्या क्या parts है अभी मैं आपको बताती हूँ एक एक करके. The basic requirement to form an electrolytic cell is a beaker. You can see here a beaker. Inside the beaker, a solution. That solution is electrolyte. That electrolyte is an ionic compound. Ions are cations and anions. Cations are positively charged particles. Anions are negatively charged particles. Cations go towards the cathode, which is the negatively charged electrode, and cations themselves are positively charged. Anions move towards the negatively charged anions, which are negatively charged particles, move towards the positively charged electrode, which is your anode. And at anode, electron is lost and at cathode electrons are gained. This is the basic theory of electrolytic cell and the performance which is done inside the electrolytic cell, which is your electrolysis. What is the basic idea? That we take a electrolytic solution in the form of any salt solution or acidic solution or basic solution. Aqueous solution means in water we form the solution. Water is the best solvent, and then we start the circuit. Circuit is around 6.6 volt battery is usually used in the circuit, and then on the passage of electricity it starts breaking down into its corresponding ion. What starts breaking down into corresponding ion is your electrolyte. Electrolyte is made up of ions. So in electrolysis, electricity is carried. Electric currents are carried by the ions. Generally in metals they are carried by just the electron, but here the chemical effect of electric current we are talking about. So chemical effect of electric current is generated by the chemical decomposition of an ionic compound, and that ionic compound here is your electrolyte. You can say by red I have tried to draw the anode, and by black I have tried to draw the cathode, and here I am writing that at the cathode reduction is going on. What is the meaning of reduction? Reduction means that the electron is gained, and here at near the anode I am writing oxidation is going on. Oxidation means that electron is lost. Which will lose electron? A metal will lose electron because it is an electropositive element. So cation it will form. By losing electron it will form cation. And which will gain electron? A non-metal will gain electron, and by gaining it will form anion. And cation will move towards the cathode and anion will move towards the anode. This is the direction or mobility which I tried to tell you. So basically we need an electrolyte and two electrode. Electrode I have already told you that they are the conducting materials, and an electrolytic solution which is an electrolyte, and then we apply the external voltage and with the help of battery, and that's how the electrolyte gets decomposed into its ion and gets attracted towards the oppositely charged electrode. This is the basic I told you about the theory. Basic concept of electrolysis is this only. If you have got this much idea, then understanding electrolysis is not very difficult. बस इतना ही आपको समझना है कि इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सेल में एक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट होती है, दो इलेक्ट्रोड्स होते हैं. इलेक्ट्रोड्स जो होते हैं वो कंडक्टिंग मटेरियल के होते हैं, यानी कि मेटालिक होते हैं. कार्बन का एक इलेक्ट्रोप ग्रेफाइट है जो कि कंडक्टर होती है, उसकी वो इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टर होता है, वो भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं. उसको एक वोल्टेज हाई वोल्टेज नहीं मीडियम वोल्टेज बैटरी से कनेक्ट करते हैं, और जब सर्किट स्टार्ट होती है तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की फ़्लो होती है. आपको पता है कि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की फ़्लो पॉजिटिव टू नेगेटिव टर्मिनल होती है. तो पहले करंट आएगा इलेक्ट्रोड पे. कौन से इलेक्ट्रोड पे? एनोड पे. वहाँ से एनोड चूँकि एक कंडक्टिंग मटेरियल है, वहाँ से करंट फ्लो करेगी इलेक्ट्रोलाइट में. इलेक्ट्रोलाइट एक ऐसा कंपाउंड है जो कि आयंस में डिकम्पोज हो जाता है. वो इलेक्ट्रोलाइट ऑन द पैसेज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी डिकम्पोज हो जाएगी कटायन में और अनायन में. कटायन जो होगी वो मूव कर जाएगी, अट्रैक्ट हो जाएगी किस तरफ? कैथोड की तरफ, जो कि एक नेगेटिव टर्मिनल है, नेगेटिव इलेक्ट्रोड है. और अनायन जो कि जो कि नेगेटिव आयन है, मूव कर जाएगा एनोड की तरफ जो कि पॉजिटिव इलेक्ट्रोड है. Now children, I am here ready to give you the basic idea of electrolysis of water. Water, which is a very general compound. Why not we start our study of electrolysis on studying the decomposition of water into its corresponding gases. Water, which is what? H2O. You know that it is made up of two elements, which is hydrogen and oxygen. So from here we can get the idea that hydrogen and oxygen are the gases. So the water actually is formed by the two gases, and these gases are combining chemically to form from water, and these gases are hydrogen and oxygen. So if somehow we get successful in breaking down the water into its element, that is your hydrogen and oxygen, then we can understand that okay, what is the elements which are required in the formation of water, and that can be done by the help of electrolysis very well. This is the very big use of electrolysis, that we can understand that what is present in what are the elements which are present in any compound, and we can break down the compound into elements. We can decompose the compound into elements, and that is why this type of process is also called electrolytic decomposition. Yes, electrolytic decomposition is another name of electrolysis. So you can see that I am ready with the apparatus arrangement of the electrolysis of water. What is done here, that two carbon rods are taken, as I have just now told you that the carbon has an electron of graphite, so graphite rods are taken because it is a conductive material as an electrode, and then it is connected with 9.12 volt of battery, and you can see that one rod is connected with the positive terminal of the battery and another rod is connected with the negative terminal of the battery. What is here? It is nothing but an inverted test tube which is kept over the carbon rods, and these test tubes are kept tightly packed with the help of a metallic lids. इसको स्लिट करके इसकी एक मेटालिक लिड होती है, उससे बिल्कुल टाइटली पैक करके रखते हैं. नाउ water itself is a very neutral compound, and you know that for the electrolysis we need either acidic, basic or salty substances. They are good electrolytes. So how to make water an electrolyte? If we have taken distilled water and we want to decompose it, and we want that the water carries electric current, then we have to make it an electrolyte, and just by adding few drops of any acid, either I have used here HCl, which is a very strong acid, but only few drops, or any other vinegar or lemon juice or some soap solution or any salt like common salt, etc. Little much only can be added inside the water, and then water will become an electrolyte. And then we will start the circuit, and when the electricity will start flowing, as I have given you idea that it starts flowing from positive to negative terminal, so it will come towards that carbon rod which is your anode, and at the anode will catch up the electric current, and it will pass on the electric current into water, and water will receive electric current, and then water will decompose into its gases, which is your hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. So what will happen at the anode? At anode, what will happen, that the water will lose 4 electron. Water will lose 4 electron in the form of 4 hydrogen ion and oxygen gas, and this is your 4 electron which is lost at anode. Then what will happen at cathode? At cathode, what will happen? The electricity will move from anode towards the cathode, as I have just now told you. As how you will understand that the electrolysis has started? कैसे ये समझेंगे? You will find that near the carbon rods bubbles have started coming out, but it is difficult to understand just by looking at the bubble that what bubble is of what gas. But I am giving you here a very good idea, and it's a type of signal. How? Because you will see that hydrogen gas, which is in ratio of 2:1, the hydrogen and oxygen gas is present in the water in the ratio of 2:1. So you will find that near cathode the bubbles will be around double of amount than of anode. ऑक्सीजन गैस से हाइड्रोजन गैस की जो बबल्स है वो अराउंड डबल इन अमाउंट होंगे, इन क्वांटिटी होंगे, एंड दैट्स हाउ यू विल रिकॉग्नाइज. बट this is not the single identification or recognition, but I will provide you a confirmation test also. The knowledge of confirmation test also I will also give you, and by gaining that idea 100% will get confirmed that what gases are forming near what electrode. So this is the reaction which is going. This type of reaction is called your electrolytic decomposition, here you can say this is a ionic equation. This type of equation, which is the reversibility, sign of reversibility is given. So first water is breaking down into its corresponding ion, hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. These are the two ions which are present in water. Then hydrogen ion will move towards the cathode. It is positive ion, so it will go towards the negative electrode. Hydrogen ion will move towards the cathode and hydrogen gas will move towards the cathode. And then so hydrogen gas, which is formed by the hydrogen ion, which is your cation, will move towards the cathode, and you can see that this is your cathode, and at the cathode the bubbles of hydrogen gas are forming, and at the anode I have tried to show the bubble of oxygen gas is forming. So number of the bubbles here we will find much more than the number of bubbles which is forming at anode. That is your oxygen gas, and more bubbles are formed of hydrogen gas, and this is collected in the test tube, which is inverted over the both of electrodes. And this is your ionic equation that I have tried to explain you, and that how water decomposes into its corresponding ion. Hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion, and hydrogen ion is going towards the your cathode, and hydroxide ion further decomposes. फिर से इसकी decomposition हो जाती है, oxide ion and hydrogen ion, and oxide ion move towards the anode because it is an anion, negative ion, and it will go towards the positive terminal, positive electrode, and that is how the movement, the mobility of the ion is done in this way that I have tried to explain. So children, what I explained you now, I have tried to give you in the different steps, what are the different steps involved, so that you can understand it very well by reading these steps, how the hydrogen and oxygen gases are collected near the different electrodes. And around 20 minutes we provide the time to for the process of electrolysis, and after 20 minutes we just close the process, means we switch off the circuit, and as soon as we switch off the circuit we will find that the bubbles will start ceasing, means no bubbles will form, it will cease, and then it is time to test the presence of hydrogen and oxygen gas collected at the different electrodes. So what we do, that nothing, we just take out the test tubes which are inverted over the electrodes, and then we keep it tightly packed with the metal slits. Metal lids are there, we just slide the metal lids, and then we burn a matchstick. And little much we open the lid of the test tube, and when we burn the matchstick and bring it near one of the test tube, what we find that the matchstick starts burning more rapidly with higher flame. Why it happens? Because it must be containing hydrogen gas, and that test tube must have been collected from the anode, over the anode, because anode collects anion, and anion is nothing but the formed by oxygen gas, and that is how the more the flaring of the flame is found near one test tube. And then when you will bring the matchstick near the another test tube, you will find that it puts off with a pop sound. And the pop sound, burning of the hydrogen gas is done with pop sound, because the hydrogen is a little explosive gas, and that is why it produces sound also. It burns with explosion, and it is not a supporter of burning. That is why it itself is a combustible substance, so it will just make the matchstick extinguish. So this is the identification of hydrogen and oxygen gas that has been collected near the two electrodes, children, that I tried to tell you. I hope that this must have remained helpful to understand the electrolysis of water, and in my coming class I have planned that I will tell you what are the different uses of electrolysis, and that will be also very interesting and very application level idea I will give you.